Oh my gosh, it's working. Look, the seconds are ticking up as we're running out of seconds to fix a high dose. Anyway, I'm going to start with a video that I just made so that you could see the screen. 7 databases were stored into cache. Um, Let me start by saying this. Since I purchased a new device on the 2nd of May last year, and that entire database was deleted, and a new database was installed on the 15th. The people who did it must know that I know. Why? Because there are people using remote neural monitoring. They like to tell everything. And it would be really important for them to tell the person who did it. So people are in the know. And this has been the horrible experience of my life of people knowing that they've done wrong things and not admitting it. It extends into the police department, the friend department, the neighbor department, just about every department that there is in life. And when I get angry, we're going to rephrase that. We're going to call it being assertive and not desiring being lied to, or blown off, or ignored. They all kind of are the same thing. If you had your experience similar to mine, you would want to do everything in your power to find out how to make it end. So, you see, the program is real. It's probably what was used in Havana, in Cuba, on the diplomats, because the military wanted to test out the program. It's called a DEW, a directed energy weapon. Guess what it's powered by? 5G. 5G. Yeah. So, one of the people in the group informed me that there is no way that it could ever do any sort of damage. So, you must be getting that from I am dumb, which gets profit every quarter by advertising a dangerous wave. Yeah. And of course, they're directed to do that by the government that likes to use the dangerous wave. They like to illegally catch people. Yeah, this is extremely real. You know, the FISA debates, they didn't renew it without making changes. They made some changes. It's a good first step. Here's the problem, though, that I'm seeing with the high dose that exists right now. There's major environmental damage. I thought the trees were going to go first, but it actually might be the grass. What I'm seeing is severe browning, and I'm not from here. I haven't been here to know whether or not there's been a lot of rain or a little bit of rain, but lack of rainfall is what's always going to be used by the media as a cover. You see, if it causes thermal heating, and we're seeing the tips of trees suddenly burn, and we don't actually see fire, but we see darkened leaves. Or trees shutting down in June when they should be happy and producing food all growing season and changing color now. I photographed that yesterday. This is such a serious problem if it is not addressed immediately because we're approaching the summer solstice. And that's the longest day. I want you to think about sitting out in the sun all day from sunup until sundown. That's what a tree experiences. That's what grass experiences. They can't run inside into AC and go, oh gosh, it's really hot out, which is what you're experiencing. It's a high dose. You need to ask AI, is a high dose of microwave radiation safe? If you think it's safe, ask, is it safe? If you think it's dangerous, say, is it dangerous? Ironically, you get two different answers, but they still point at harm. So what they say is there's no conclusive evidence yet. Do you know what that means? You get to be the conclusive evidence. Yeah. Who else is going to be the conclusive evidence? Yeah. Look, we can go around and around in circles about whether or not 5G is the cause. But I'd like to challenge our government to try something out. And let's have a free 5G week. Can we do that? Can we just get rid of the wave completely? And let's see if we feel better. Let's see if we're not sweating our nuts off at 8:30 in the morning. Let's see if the grass starts to come back. Our government and military don't want to fix the problem. They want to create massive destruction. You know why? Because of the alien technology that they have. They want to rebuild it. They want to create Sim City. It's that sick. So, I don't know what problem they have with nature and all the wonderful things that already exist. But they need to stop touching, hearing, seeing everything that they do because it's going to their heads. They do think they're gods. And if you have any doubt of that, look up in the western sky just after dusk and you'll see a really bright star with a red dot near it. And the red dot kind of moves from side to side. It's a fake star. And if you're early enough, you'll be able to see a red one go beep. It'll blink on and then it'll stay on all night until it goes below the horizon. Light from billions of miles away, when encountering cloud cover just above our heads, right, would make the star immediately go blank. All right? That's the way light works. The fact that this drone starlight dims and sometimes changes color. We have a government technicolor God sky. It's the sickest thing imaginable. And every time that I look up at the sky, it makes me sick to my stomach. I don't know who they think they are lying about space travel, hiding gifts that will make heaven on earth a possibility, ignoring people that are being tortured and letting everybody in the world not believe them. You are some sick, twisted people. So I've got a solution. I've been texting with somebody on X, and I don't know, he might be legit. If he's not, I'll find somebody else. I have a plan. It's a $20 billion plan. And the $20 billion plan is 10 for me and 10 for any other private security company interested in a little bit of cash. Because we can split it. You see, safety in numbers. We need a group of people to admit, gosh, I have Facebook disease. Except it's with a live program. They're addicted to seeing and hearing other people and what they're doing. Thousands of miles away. It's truly bizarre. And I can see how a obsession would develop, especially if you wanted to either A, get that person in trouble for something, or B, keep yourself safe. I can see how, somebody would become obsessed with knowing what somebody's doing. You get it? So, if social media is addictive, then we need some brave people to come forward, like Brian Cochran did years ago. Unfortunately, he ended up missing, but that was before COVID, which looks like it's being caused by 5G, and before our environment has become degraded and disintegrating before our very eyes. This wave is bad, and we've been scammed by everybody because it's what the government wanted. See, the government loves all of its information that it gathers. Okay, microwave. It's called microwave, all right? You have a phone number, and it'll ring, right? You can be rung up. What if you don't want to talk? You can't block it. Each of us has a DNA resonance signature, a specific frequency, and our military has devised a cruel and wicked way to be able to find out what it is from low Earth orbit. With that information, they can then send microwave signals and do just about anything that they want to your body. It's really sick. Yeah. And most people use it just to, illegally gather information. Police departments are not allowed to use it, but they make quick friends with groups that do use it. Private security companies are one of them. Block watches can be another. Neighborhood watches, churches, hate groups, just about anybody who wants it. The military will give it out in a grant. And they'll go ahead and they'll pay money to let other people destroy other people's lives. It's so very sick. So I started with just wanting to be able to make people aware of the program. But with COVID and the numbers being extremely uh, correlated to 5G, nobody's gotten sick in all 5 years. Just look at the statistics by world income group for countries. Nobody's getting sick. I bet the trees look gorgeous over in Laos and Cambodia. Absolutely gorgeous. And we have Dr. Seuss trees. You can't tell me that the growth is normal. Here's the really scary thing. If it's doing what it is to trees, what's it doing to your DNA? Do you know? Your DNA is breaking right now, and you pass it down to your children. So America is going to be a bunch of droolers in about 30 years, and people are not going to be able to have children. We're also going to have issues because there's an insistence on using plastic that lowers sperm count. So I guess we're all going to have to buy our grandchildren literally in a Walmart with a small gene pool, and we can have Barbie and Ken Americans, and they'll all think the same, talk the same. And isn't that what the government wants? They don't like people who are individuals. They don't like people who stand out. You know what I say to that? Have a good night.